pal. Great to see ya. Yo, what's up there, guys? The Wiz back at it again for another video. Of course, what we're gonna be talking about is that good old series finale of Rapunzel's Tangled adventure. No, I can't believe it's over. No, I still need to go ahead and buy some more tissues. Bro, my Sundays have no purpose now, and it's so annoying because, you know, I'm gonna keep waking up at 7 o'clock because I've been so used to it. But of course, you know, what we're going to be doing in this video is giving you my overall thoughts of the series finale because, you know, our journey began in 2017 and it's over. It's been a magical journey, and, you know, of course I got to talk about the ending. So I'm going to give you all like my little nitpicks, the good, the bad, right here, right now. So let's get right to it. So why don't we go ahead and talk about all the negative stuff first so we can go ahead and end this video on a more happy note. So number one is something that did not happen, which I don't think anybody asked for, but I saw it in the comments section. I was like, bro, this needs to happen. But of course it didn't happen. What I'm talking about, of course, is a Zantiri song. What? A Zantiri song? See, now that I said that, you're probably all going to be thinking like, oh man, that would have been awesome, because let's be honest, when it comes to Disney and their songs, they're usually always fire. But one thing that I think we can all admit is that when it comes to the villain songs, they are like the best ones. And Zantiri being a character that has been hinted at since like the very beginning of the show, highly anticipated, and of course we finally got that awesome Zantiri form. She was able to go ahead and get the Moonstone and the Sun Drop. I think that would have been a really nice time to go ahead and have a song. Now maybe the song might have, like, you know, kind of ruined the tune of what was going on because everything was pretty serious. This was a stressful time for Cassandra, Rapunzel, the entire kingdom, but you know, sometimes songs kind of move the plot forward, and I think it just would have been absolutely hilarious to see a song from Zantiri. So that's something that I really wish happened, but it ultimately did not happen. But hey, that's okay, because Zantiri got obliterated, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. Don't give me that trapped in another portal thing. No, she was gone, and I absolutely love that. Now, moving on the list over here, this I find very interesting and very disturbing at the same time. Did anybody realize that Pascal, your man who has saved these characters more times than I can count, didn't really do anything? Like, what? I think I'm just so used to him saving everybody. Like your man, oh, there's plot, don't worry, we've got Pascal to save that plot. He didn't really do much. I mean, it was interesting because he was hiding in Rapunzel's hair during that whole confrontation, like, you know, with Zantiri and Cassandra. I would think, if anything, Pascal would have popped out of the hair to, like, you know, try to at least grab the Moonstone or the Sun Drop from Zantiri before she turned into, like, the whole demonic demon-like thing. But your man didn't do anything. Maybe he's just tired. Pascal was like, you know what? I'm getting tired of saving everybody. You guys are the main characters. How about you actually save the day for once? Or, you know, Pascal's like, I'm gonna hold back because if I jumped in here, the series finale is, like, about to end in, like, 5 minutes. But I just find it so funny how Pascal didn't really do anything aside, well, you know, he technically did find the little journal from Rapunzel with the quote plus en vous, I forget what it is. So I mean, you know, that was pretty helpful, but I mean, obviously Rapunzel could have found that herself if she just kept looking. It's unfortunate how I'm so used to seeing your man Pascal like do everything. He didn't really do much. That's just really funny to me. But moving right along, the side characters. Oh man, the side characters, they really, that's why we call them side characters. I mean, we got the main ones like, you know, Red and Angry, Lance, Varian, all those great people, the king and queen. But like, what about characters like your man Monty? Like, I really would have liked to hear some final words from him. Maybe him and Rapunzel have like a little spiel or something like, oh, it's always one of your friends, Rapunzel, are trying to like destroy Corona or something like that. Just one little more like quirky conversation between them I think would have been really funny. Not to mention the guy, and I forgot his name right now, but he's always like, I remembered the tale in 20 something about the blizzard of tacos or whatever. Like that guy, that would have been really funny to have just one more line from him. We did get one more line from the shoe guy when he turned to a shoe, but that was basically it. They were all just there for the sake of really being there. And I wish we kind of got more out of them. But then again, this whole big thing is of course about Rapunzel, Cassandra, and you've got Zonteri over there. So we kind of already had our triangle. Everything was already kind of filled up, you know. We are pressed for time as well. But I just wish there was more to those characters aside from them just essentially being there because, you know, we got to have them over there. So moving right along, another thing that I thought was really interesting that didn't happen, and it was really weird because that's kind of like the whole thing with this series. It's of course like, you know, all this leads up to the wedding of Rapunzel and Eugene, and we didn't get anything with the wedding aside from the proposal, which, oh, mind you, the proposal beautiful stuff over here. But what about the wedding? Like, you know, the number one question that everyone was asking for is like, you know, where are all these characters? Where is Lance? Where is Cassandra? Why are they not at that wedding? The simple answer is simply that those characters weren't created at the time, but I was hoping that, like, you know, maybe they would have extended that scene a little bit, like recreated it, and then, like, you know, show Lance and Cassandra, like, you know, in the sidelines somewhere, or maybe they were doing something else, like maybe a piece of the building was gonna collapse, or they were making a even bigger cake. I don't know. I was just kind of hoping for some closure with that, but I guess it's gonna be left up to our imaginations. I mean, of course, the proposal was the big thing because, like, you know, Eugene says after asking and asking, you know, we finally got together. And it even makes you wonder now at this point, was Cassandra even at the wedding? Because she's on her own journey now. And realistically, when you think about it, how would she know about it unless, like, she saw a flyer from the wedding? How could Rapunzel even have contact with her? I don't know, maybe a messenger bird or something. I don't know. In my imagination, I like to think that Cassandra and everyone else was at that wedding. So, you know, leave it up to your imagination. But I think it's a little bit unfortunate that we didn't actually get the whole wedding sequence thing. But you know, moving right along, something else I thought that was really interesting, and this is just me nitpicking over here, Lance didn't get with Adira. Like, we had that whole shtick going on, and they ultimately really didn't do anything with that. I was kind of rooting for your man. Of course, he adopted Catalina and Angry, and I was like, oh my god, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. That's absolutely great. But I think the Adira thing would have been really funny. You know, I guess some of this is just going to be left to our imagination. In my imagination, your man Lance gets with Adira. But continuing right along, okay, this one is the big one over here. The captain of the Royal Guards. This man did not do anything. He came in at the end like, yo, what's going on? I got my daughter back. We're all good. We're gonna be chilling. I'm like, bro, what happened? Like, you just completely dipped. Like, it's so funny because, like, you know, we had the island episode where the captain of the guards was like, you know what? You're right, Rapunzel. I haven't failed my daughter. There's still a chance to save her. And I understand, like, trust me, I understand completely, like, how your man is basically like, you know what? She's my daughter. I can't really go against her. It's gonna break my heart. But at the same time, not being for her is even worse. You don't even have to attack her, but just being there, showing your support, that how much you care is at least something. It's more than enough, but your man just completely dipped. And I don't know, I guess that was to keep, you know, Eugene captain of the Royal Guards, because I feel like there was potential with the captain of the Royal Guards, and he ultimately just, they just kind of put him to the sideline, which I think is really unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. And speaking of just, you know, characters in general, one thing that I was really crossing my fingers hoping for, and this is just me, like, you know, nitpicking over here, just, I really wish they pulled an Avengers type of thing, where they had everybody that Rapunzel met throughout her journey, you know, come in to help save the day. Now, I can understand exactly why it probably didn't happen. Number one, we were under a time limit. We were waiting for the eclipse to happen. Hey, it was moments away from happening, and not to mention, half these people are really, really far away. Like, you know, how are we gonna get in contact with Hookfoot? He's probably out dancing somewhere. Like, how are we gonna do this? But of course, we did end up getting all of them with the happily ever after at the end, which was very, very nice. Like, yo, they had everybody in there. I swear, they had even all the villains. You even see Hookfoot with the mermaid girl. Like, yo, that's crazy. When did this happen? No, I find that absolutely hilarious. And am I the only one that's noticing Attila over here with that little, like, cookie key thing? Is that the Keyblade? Yo, is that a Kingdom Hearts cameo after all these years of saying, can we call Sora, please? Is that what that is? I have no idea. But that was a beautiful scene nonetheless. One of the things I found really fascinating as well within this episode that I'm going to critique a little bit is like, one, we did get that little origin story between Zonteri and Demandus. It's like these guys were actually pals back in the day, but the cliche classic Zonteri was just like, nah, I want the sun drop and the moonstone for some absolute power over here. But what's interesting about those two is that we did know that, of course, Mother Gothel, Sugarbye, and I believe Matthews, they all used to work under Demandus, but for whatever reason, you know, they betrayed Demandus and worked for Zonteri. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that, you know, how Mother Gothel interacted with the other characters. What exactly was it that made them switch sides from Demandus to Zonteri? Maybe it was just like, you know, hey, I can give you some actual power over here. Demandus is kind of belittling you guys, not using you to your full potential. I don't know, some classic cliche, something like that, but that would have been really cool and really interesting to see, in my opinion. And that was basically all my little nitpicks right over there. I know it's just minor things that, you know, I wish they could have done over here, seeing as how this kind of like was basically an hour long. So that's going to be it for nitpicking, but let's talk about some of the good stuff over here. Number one, the proposal. It was beautiful. It was magical. I think it would have been even spectacular if you just saw like the little lanterns coming out from the castle. Just so that, you know, just a little bit of sprinkles with my ice cream over here would have been awesome, but it was finally nice to see how it all went down. It was a mutual thing. It wasn't awkward or weird whatsoever like all the other times that they've tried to do it. So round of applause to that. That was really great and it was really sweet. Another thing that was great, of course, were the songs. The songs were fire. We had that action hype song. We had that slow melody, kind of depressing song over here. I kind of wish we had a Rapunzel Cassandra song like, yo, let's team up and save the day. That would have been awesome over here, but as usual, when it comes to this show, the songs are fire. Continuing right along, what else did I like? So, you know, Cassandra was redeemed. All she needed was a hug, and that's exactly what I've been saying she needed for like the longest time. And wow, it's so funny to see how it turned out. You know, I had so many theories, like the portal thing, but nah, your girl's good. What's she gonna do now? I have some ideas about that. I don't know. I feel like maybe she'd become like a Robin Hood type of thing, or she would just be a hero to the people in a sense, like, you know, like, oh, have you heard of the Traveler Cassandra? I think it could be something like that, but I'm telling you right now, yo, am I the only one that wants like a sequel or a spin-off with Cassandra and her adventure? Yo, that'd be a really good time, but then everyone would be asking, where's Rapunzel? You can't ever win over here. It's crazy though to see how this story ended. Zonteri's gone. Wow, man, yo, Rapunzel and Eugene are gonna have like the best stories to like tell their kids. Oh, let me tell you about this one time with Zonteri over here. I'm trying to think. Oh, Varian over here. I noticed a lot of things that people mentioned with Cassandra. Number one, she had the little Cassandronium crystal thing that Varian made, which is really nice. I know the Cassandra Varian shippers were probably pretty happy with that. I think she just, you know, wore it as a sense of, you know, Varian, thank you for, you know, trying to talk me out of this with that whole nothing left to lose song. And another thing that I actually kind of noticed with Cassandra too was like on her arm, it looked like she had the piece of the handmaiden outfit there, which like, you know, she kind of destroyed it. So that's also nice. Like, oh, yo, your girl Cassandra, keeping everyone close to her. And of course, you know, Cassandra dying was really crazy. I have some theories on why she possibly died. I mean, obviously, it could have just been the shock blast, but maybe there was more to it. I mean, you know, a lot of people did know while she was having the Moonstone, your girl was getting a lot more paler than she originally was. So, some ideas on that I'm definitely going to talk about later. But, you know, Cassandra dying, it made sense. I've seen some people saying that, you know, Cassandra got off way too easy. I mean, look what happened to Varian. He tried to kill everybody, like, you know, Rapunzel's mom, and he got thrown in jail. Meanwhile, Cassandra kind of unleashed the beast with Zonteri. I know it wasn't her fault. You know, they used all her... Zonteri was taking advantage of all her anger and frustration. And I could agree that, like, you know, well, I guess we could put Cassandra in jail or something, but... wait, like, nah, that's kind of messed up. I knew she was gonna have a somewhat happy ending. It would have been nice to have some consequences, of course, you know. Okay, cool, it's fine. You try to kill us, you're all right. But this is Disney. I would have been really shocked if, you know, that would have happened. And of course, you know, technically, I think we can argue as well that Cassandra destiny was to actually save Rapunzel, because we did see what happened when you actually combined both the Moonstone and the Sundrop. Zontiri got blown to smithereens. So I'm guessing that if Rapunzel was to actually go ahead and grab the Moonstone, maybe something like that would have happened. So, ultimately, at the end of the day, I think Cassandra low-key's destiny was to actually, in a sense, save Rapunzel. I mean, well, it's a sick way of going to battle. Like, haha, I saved you, but I'm like your ultimate bad guy now. Really weird, unfortunate events, but it's something that I kind of noticed at the end. Oh, you know, actually one little nitpick that I have, like, you know how Rapunzel was the one to actually cut her hair? Man, could she have cut it just a little bit like down over here? Because yo, your girl was rocking the long brunette look. I'm a sucker for brunettes, I'm sorry, what can I say? But yo, she was rocking it. But you know, we gotta be consistent with the movie over here, and I'm glad, like, you know, no one else really died technically. Well, I mean, kind of did, and Rapunzel kind of brought him back to life. So weird, you know, Disney will kill people, but low-key at the same time it's like, nah, don't worry about this, bro. Unless you're the mom or the dad, then you gotta worry. Everybody else, yeah, we'll kill you for like at least a minute, and then we'll bring you back to life over here. But I mean, that's all I can really say, guys, for this video. You know, it was nice to see everyone get a happily ever after ending. Your girl Cassandra out there on her journey, Varian and his father, you know, working together on things, the castle scientific team. Awesome. You know, Eugene's father, of course, rebuilding the Dark Kingdom. They got some closure. Everything is all good with them. Horace. So guys, that is basically it for this video. You know, what I want to know in the comment section below, of course, is, hey, what were your overall thoughts of the series finale? Is there something that you would have changed? Is there something that, you know, didn't happen that you would have liked to have seen? How were your overall thoughts on, like, you know, Cassandra going on her own journey? Do you think in your imagination they were actually at the wedding? And that's basically it. Do not worry, there is still more Rapunzel content to come. So guys, you know, if you liked the video, make sure to give it a big, massive thumbs up, as that really helps me in the channel out quite immensely. And until next time, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye, pal. We'll see you soon.